Well, thanks for staying tuned to STL TV Live. I'm Tim Lampley, and I am joined by Nick Lang and Liz Murphy from Laumeier Sculpture Park. This conservation project of recent is very nice. We just saw a little bit of it, and I'm not sure, not being an artist myself, how to analyze what it really means, but it is special. Tell me how that added to what was already unique about Laumeier Sculpture Park.
Well, a big part of my job is to make sure that the artwork looks according to the way the artist intended it for it to look. So this piece had some condition issues, some cracking, some shifting, and we monitored that and made sure that we wanted to bring it back to the way it looked originally. And so just those little things really make all the difference in the world, when it comes to making things look nice in the park.
When you say the way it looked originally, so give me some background on that.
So this piece was built in 1984, all brand new. As you know, as concrete sets outdoors, it tends to change, and the weather and people interacting with it, all those things change the surface and the condition, and so we have to do this with all the pieces. This just happened to be a more ambitious project.
How much of an undertaking was it?
It was a very large undertaking. I started about a year ago, and they were halfway into the project as we got an NEA grant in 2011, and we finished the project then just the end of last year. So it was really 2 years in the making to do this project.
And how do you get funding for something like that?
Well, we received a $100,000 grant from the National Endowment for the Arts. It was a one-to-one match, so that means that Laumeier put in $100,000 of their own either work or capital into this project.
How long would you say, let's say, compare it to another project, a general project?
Mm-hmm.
How much longer would that have been? Because that's not normal, right?
No, it's not normal. I would say this was 4, 5, 6 times longer than a normal project. Normally, if we find a condition issue, we can work with a conservator, we can get the piece fixed in, a couple months, maybe a season, but this is then a 2-year-long project with multiple different types of people working on it.
What's next for the sculpture park?
Well, we're in the process of having a new building built, and we anticipate that to open in spring, summertime, and it'll be a new gallery space, and we've had the existing building renovated, and it'll be an education center, so a lot of changes happen now, and that'll be the next big thing.
A lot of acreage there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How much of that do you actually use?
I'd say we use about 30% of it, but we also have trails as well that you can walk through, and there are sculptures located in those more remote areas, but a lot of it's wooded areas that you really couldn't bring big sculpture to. But
Now, give me some information on how those, and there are a lot of people who have not experienced this, and I don't know why. We should speak to why more people don't come out to see something like this.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, tell us how we can do that.
How you can come out and visit?
Yeah.
Well, you are welcome to come out. We're open 7 days a week. We open up at 8:30 in the morning, and we close a half an hour after sunset. You're welcome to come out and walk your dog. You can walk the trails. You can
and that's the address there, right?
The address, yeah, it's 12580 Rott Road. We're basically at 270 and 44 intersection down in Sunset Hills.
Now, one quick question that I wrote for you, and I wanted to ask you this before you left, but how do you use the park to explore the relationship between contemporary art and the natural environment? How do I use that?
How do we do that? I think that we do that through fun and exciting exhibitions. We just closed one on Mound City, so we had a large tire by Marie Watt halfway buried into the ground. We also had some chains by a contemporary artist named Sam Durant, and they were hanging from the trees. So we're interacting very directly with our environment.
You're going to encounter art going out to the park. It's not everywhere you go, but it's strategically placed, and you're just going to encounter it, and it's interesting and fun.
Nick and Liz, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure, and I can't wait to come out there.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so we're done here, and we're looking for more STL Live after the break. So coming your way, we'll be back with Earl Tunes right after this.